know where your senior club is in town. They're having an ice cream social May 15th at 1 p.m. at the club rooms. Don't miss it. On May 12th at First Baptist Church, there will be a speaker on the Amish culture put on by the Garden Club. You can't get the Amish to come and speak. It's very hard. I bought some. I often buy my flowers from the Amish, and I went up and I said, you know, let me. She was very good. She gave me a nice deal. Very sweet. Name was Martha, and I said, look, I'll give you a little puff on the air, so maybe it'll increase your traffic. Oh no. She said, no. Publicity, not something we do. Okay, guys, I love the Amish, and they're a wonderful contribution to our community. The Amish up in the hills of Westfield, for instance, and Mayville and Dunkirk, it's just fantastic assortment of beautiful people, and they treat the earth with respect and love. They don't tear it up with poisonous things of all kinds. All right, I kind of flinch when I go by a grape vineyard and I see white down the middle of the rows, which tells me somebody sprayed a very strong weed killer rather than just plowing it under, nipping it down and mowing it. And I'm not sure that's good for our earth, friends. Enough said. I've got a public service announcement for you, and then we will be listening to the guy who knows the score, John Hamels.
Conversations change lives. Joanne knows.
My uncle thought he had all the time in the world, so he never talked to his family about his medical care. As he lay dying in the hospital, we didn't know what to do. He suffered on life support machines for 3 months. His wife struggled with this for years. If you love your family, complete your healthcare proxy.
Start your conversation. Visit compassionandsupport.org.
They're just wonderful. You dip them in a little salt and nip them down. Oh, wonderful. I'm just telling Marianne about it, how great leeks are. And as I've been eating leeks on the air for 17 years now, and Marianne fits right into the category. No one has joined me in eating these delicious little leeks. No one. And watch this. I love them. See that?
My husband would join you.
No?
He likes raw onion and raw garlic.
Well, these are very mild. And they're free in the woods.
I like them cooked.
John, you're on.
There I am. Well, good morning. All right, Reed. I'll do a leak with you before I sign off here. All right, we're going to try it. All right, you'll see it here first, folks. Well, Reed, this morning I thought I would do some political Mother's Day trivia.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Reed or Marianne, whoever wants to answer this question, when did they first start honoring mothers?
They started on with, I think it was with Eve.
Well, you went back a little further than that. Well, actually, it goes back to the Greek days where they had a special festival honoring the mother of the various deities called Rhea. The Romans had their festival of Sybil. The Christians, I didn't know this, all right, back in the early days, they had a special holiday. It was the fourth Sunday in Lent where they honored Mary. And in England, they had something called Mothering Sunday.
Huh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
All right, so let's bring it to the United States now. And a particular woman, she lived in the Appalachians. Her name was Anna Jarvis, over 150 years ago, organized a day of awareness for the poor health conditions by mothers. And it was called Mother's Work Day. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
All right. Now, here's some trivial things. Do you know who wrote the Battle Hymn of the Republic?
Scott Key?
No. Julia Ward Howe, she was an activist, a pacifist. Well, she brought a lot of attention to mothers and the fact that they were the ones that bore a lot of the stress and the hardship of the loss of their loved ones in war. In 1905, though, this woman that started this Mother's Workday, Anna Jarvis, she dies, but her daughter Anna picks up the campaign, and supposedly by legend, her mother had hoped that one day there would be a day special for Mother's Day. Well, the daughter starts to lobby guys like Taft and Roosevelt and gets some kind of a momentum going. But then about 1905, your very good friends, the House of Representatives in their wisdom, decided that on a particular day, called Mother's Day, they were all going to wear white carnations.
What year was this?
1905.
That's the first Mother's Day we had.
Right. No. That was just a House of Representatives kind of honoring mothers, all right? Now, the trivia question is, what president signed the bill?
I am pretty sure that was probably the guy just before FDR, Hoover.
Close. 1914, Woodrow Wilson. Okay, so that was when they actually declared Mother's Day an official holiday. All right, now here's the part that really gets political and interesting. Now, Anna Jarvis, she gets ticked off because everybody is doing the big gifts. You know, and back those days, I don't know what the equivalent of a Kindle or a Nook was, or a small car, but they were giving outrageous gifts and probably outdoing each other. So in 1923, she files suit against some folks to stop a Mother's Day festival.
You're kidding.
I kid you not. And worst of all,
she's a mother?
She's an activist and a mother, the daughter of this activist, and she's arrested for disturbing the peace. She was trying to sell white carnations, which was in fact her mother's favorite flower, at this festival to bring attention to the war effort. In 1948, just before she dies, she regrets ever starting the tradition. Now, last piece of trivia. What are two things that makes Mother's Day #1 in statistics?
Probably chocolate and flowers.
No. But, well, I don't know about the flowers. It could be the flowers, all right, but maybe. I think Valentine's Day gets that one. Mother's Day is the #1 day for dining out. The restaurants have the highest volume of business, and the last piece of trivia is that it is the highest traffic for phone calls. Everybody calls their mom that day.
Really? Huh.
So there you have it, folks. You have a political activist, the House of Representatives, right up your alley, Reed. Happy Mother's Day, Marianne. Back to you.
Okay. Here's your leak.
Oh, yes.
Now,
right, let's get this on camera now.
This is history. This is the first time anybody has eaten a leek with me on camera. There you go. That's one of those wonderful little leaks.
All right, this is the Sicilian to me coming out.
It's garlic. This is actually a fresh little flavor.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice fresh little thing.
All right, there you have it, Reed. Okay. I'm on his team.
You're on. I'll have to have one.
I can't have my wife kiss me when I get home, though.
I have an leak eating sound here.
This is for you.
There you go. I love them, I love them, I love them. And they're free. That wasn't one of the small ones either. That was a pretty good,
that was a jumbo.
pretty chewy. All right. Marianne is with us, and she has to tell us about things going on.
Okay. Well, you know, May is Older Americans Month, so this is the month to celebrate all of our older adults in our county, and I'm really excited that our United Senior Council celebrated with a trivia day last week, and it was a great fun at the North Harmony Seniors.
Oh,
and
really?
they had about 15 teams that competed in this trivia day. It was just a lot of fun. I hope that more will join us next year because, you know, the theme for this year's Older Americans Month is never too old to play. And I really believe that, you know. Khalil Gibran said, you don't stop playing because you grow old old because you stop playing.
He also said, your children are like arrows, and you're the bow. And you shoot the bow, you shoot the arrow. And once you released it, it's out of your control. You just hope your aim was very good. Khalil Gibran.
Yes, he has some, I really enjoy his writings.
Great writer. Very great philosopher, you know.
Yes.
Why don't you sit next to me? I'm not going to bite you. Then
Well, you ate all those leeks now.
Oh, come on. Leeks?
So what else do I have to tell you? You know about Joan Murray. This was a wonderful surprise to me. Joan Murray is a poet and writer who teaches at Chautauqua every summer. And she kind of called me out of the blue about a month or two ago and said, you know, I have this grant from the Poet and Writers Guild of New York State, and I want to do a presentation for the seniors of the community. And could I help her? And I said, definitely, we would love to put on something for the seniors. So the United Senior Council decided to co-sponsor this, and we're going to have it in Sinclairville so that all the seniors from the county can come. So it really sounds like an interesting story. It's called Queen of the Mist. It's about the first woman to go over the falls, or first person to go over the falls in a barrel and survive. And she was a destitute teacher, and so I'm sure her motivation leading up to this event was probably very, very interesting. So if you've never seen a dramatic reading, they're really very good. It's a one-woman show, and then we'll have refreshments and kind of meet the author afterwards. So I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds wonderful. You know, and Mother's Day coming up, of course, mañana. And you're a mother.
Yes, I am. I have two sons.
Are they going to serve you breakfast in bed? What are you gonna do?
No, they're up in Buffalo. I'm going up to them.
Oh, you got to go to them.
Yeah, I got to go to them. My mother's in Buffalo too,
all right,
so
all right.
I go to see my mother.
How's she doing?
She's doing very well. She's a pharmacist, still working.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 75.
No kidding.
And she enjoys working with people, so she still helps out one day a week in the pharmacy, in various pharmacies up in Buffalo. And very knowledgeable lady.
Yeah,
she
I
was
guess so.
the first woman president of the State Pharmaceutical Association.
No kidding. But she didn't go over the Niagara Falls in a barrel.
No.
A lot of people
No,
did.
but she was a pretty amazing mom, and a lot of inspiration for myself and my siblings. So moms are really important.
Well, you must be excited by what John pointed out in the trivia. Mother's Day was first celebrated by the Greeks. And of course, you're Spanos, it's Greek.
Right,
And
right.
you're the first and only Greek person I've ever had on this show.
Well, I'm
Did you know
not
that?
Greek though. I'm Polish and Italian.
Oh.
I just married a Greek, so I've taken on all his traditions.
No.
But Greece is a very interesting place. You know, the home of democracy, and the Greek people have really a rich heritage, and it's
absolutely.
really neat to go there and see all the things they built way before we had the construction equipment that we have today.
Right, you wonder how they built it.
It's just amazing.
There's a number of people that think aliens came down and showed them how to do it and gave them
Could
some
be.
sort of anti-gravity motion machine. But also the Greek literature, the plays, Antigone and all these great plays.
You know, it's really neat is today those ancient theaters are still in use. We go to one that's very close to the village. Our village is about half an hour away, called the Theater of Epidavros, and it's that most famous theater. They cannot figure out how they built it. It has absolutely perfect acoustics. So there's no microphones ever used. You can stand in the middle of the stage and speak in a normal voice and hear it to the last row.
Well, you know, there is one even closer. Behind the Westfield Library, which is built as Greek, Reformed Greek. It has the pillars and the
And it has perfect acoustics?
And behind it, believe it or not, behind it, cut into the hillside, which goes down toward the creek, Chautauqua Creek, is a series of tiered seats, and there's a platform area, and yes, it has good acoustics. And they, once in a while, they do a performance there. I think every 50 years or something. But incidentally, that library is just gorgeous. And it's state of the art, computers and everything.
Well, you were talking about Antigone, and
Antigone.
In Greek it's Antigone, but we went and saw that play at the Theater of Epidavros.
I once played in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the soldier. It was kind of a funny show. All right, now we have the end of HEAP. Is HEAP ever going to happen again now? The rate they're
HEAP
doing
is
it?
closed for the year.
Yeah, I know that. And they closed it early, started it late.
Yeah, they did. Well, who knows, you know, with the budget crunch that both on the federal and the state level, you know, this is the time that the seniors really need to talk to especially their congressional representatives.
And state.
Well, right now we're past the state budget, so what we really need to focus on, one thing that's very concerning to me is that they have not reauthorized the Older Americans Act. This is a piece of legislation that